Hello, Vibers. Today we are looking at what you should get your boss for his or her birthday. If you happen to be new here, my name is Sean, and I am super excited that you are joining us. I try to have fun on my channel, and I thought a fun little subject for us to cover today is what should you get your boss for their birthday? And for this reading, we're going to pull from 3 decks. We're going to begin with taking a look at the energy that your boss typically has, whether you're aware of it or not, because everybody's got their personal side as well as their private side as well as their public side. We're going to take a look at you in relation to how your boss sees you at the job. And then we're going to get some guidance from one of the multitude of goddesses in the pantheon who are more than happy to help you make this decision with some specific ideas given who they are and what they think of you. And I'll put links to the gift ideas that come through during this reading in the description to make it easy for you to shop for this person right away. So why don't we just jump right in and get started? Look at that. Right away, we got the star. Now, typically, I tend to think of the star card as being a positive card, right? However, here in the case of your boss, one thing that is very important for you to remember, particularly those of you who work in an environment where it feels as though everybody has an equal say, it kind of seems like a democracy sometimes, but then, oops, wait, you're caught off guard by the fact that you're being told to stay in your lane or you're put in your place in some other way. The reality is your boss knows they're the boss. They see themselves in a grandiose matter. If you look back on your interactions with them or even how you've seen them interact with other people, you're going to start to notice, oh, wait, yeah, he does tend to need to be the star. Oh, yeah, she does tend to need to be the center of attention. Her ideas always have to come first. And then if other people want to chime in, they can. But she always has to either have the first or the last word. So this is someone who has a very strong sense of their own importance, and they want to make sure that other people know how important they are too. Let's take a look at how this same boss sees you. And in case you're wondering, that deck that we first used was the Tinseltown Tarot, and now we are pulling from the Cosmic Cat's Wisdom cards. How does your boss see you? Ooh. Exploration, step outside of your boundaries. Okay, so your boss actually sees you as someone who oftentimes is going against the grain, doing things in a way that isn't what is expected, either for your position in terms of what the actual job and job description is, or your position in terms of what level of job you have within the organization. You may do this sometimes because of the fact that you feel like you want to get noticed or get promoted, but something that's super important to remember is this boss needs to be the star. So I'm intuiting here, and we'll see what comes up with the goddess card that we get, but it's feeling as though your boss may not necessarily love the fact that you color outside the line, so to speak, or do things in a non-traditional manner, or even in a way that is, the big thing is about the drawing attention to yourself, whether or not that's your motive for doing the things you do the way you do them, or saying the things you say the way you say them. Your boss perceives it as you drawing attention to yourself or wanting to draw attention to yourself. There's something here around this particular supervisor preferring a meeker, milder personality type than what they perceive you to have, even if deep down inside you truly are a, humble person. All right, so we're pulling now from the Goddesses Among Us Oracle. And let's see which goddess comes through. And based on that, we will know what gift you should get your boss for their birthday. Ooh, okay, so we got White Tara. That's the goddess we got. And we got compassion. Her keywords, I should say, her keywords are compassion, healing, peace, longevity. All right. So one of the things that is coming to mind, the main energy that's coming through is something that has to do with self-care. The fact that your boss needs to be recognized, needs to be seen as important, extends beyond just you guys in your work environment, but also how they're seen within their industry and with their peers, right? So this might mean that your boss has a tendency to overwork, to do too much, to try too hard, the same thing that he or she probably perceives that you do, just in a very, very different way. So your boss would really benefit from and appreciate a gift that has to do with self-care, or that helps them with self-care, that isn't necessarily something that would take time out of their schedule, like a lot of time out of their schedule. So for instance, you're not going to go out and get them something that requires a time commitment or even the scheduling of anything at all, but rather something that is self-care that they could use right at their desk. So that could be something very simple like a white sage and Palo Santo candle, okay? As opposed to being able to sage the whole office, which gets super smoky, a candle has a more contained not energy, but there's just not as much smoke, and it still has the same effects, right? Another candle that you might want to consider getting for them is eucalyptus and spearmint. This one is relaxing. So the first one, the Palo Santo and sage, that would be for like clearing the energy of the space. The second one, the eucalyptus and spearmint, is one that helps with relaxing the self. Another gift that your boss might really appreciate is a comedy collection. Audios, like if you put together a mixtape for them, so to speak. I'm saying mixtape in quotes here, air quotes here, because who uses tapes anymore, right? But some sort of a recording of comedy, some of the best comedians, like a compilation, they would really enjoy that. How is that self-care? Laughter is the best medicine. So again, this is something that they can listen to in the office, keep hustling because your boss really is very work oriented, but they can still listen to this, again, either in the office or in their car or even at home. If your boss is someone who wears jewelry or other adornments, you might want to get them like a little bracelet that's got certain crystals on it that help with self-care. So that could be rose quartz, amethyst. One of my favorites is hematite, black obsidian, of course, tiger's eye, anything like that. So like you guys may have noticed, if you watch my channel regularly, you may have noticed that I have several things that I wear every single reading, right? So this bracelet here, which is jade, that has a little bit more of a feminine feel. However, it is unisex in nature. And then the same with this one, which is hematite and just beads. I hate to say it, but those are not, the orange ones are not crystals, but the silver is the silver is hematite and the orange ones are just beads. And this has more of a masculine feel, but again, is unisex. So that's a very easy way to go if your boss is someone who like doesn't go for ostentatious things. If they like jewelry that is just more eye-catching, then a pair of crystal earrings or a necklace that's got a crystal pendant on it would be well appreciated. You can even get them an anklet. This is something that wouldn't be seen if it was worn. You do want to be mindful of how much you spend on this gift. Another idea of a gift that you could get your boss for their birthday is a book of mantras, like a short little book that's got, say, a mantra or a quote per page. So it's just one of those things that can help them. I'm saying mantras because, again, the focus here is self-care. So we don't want something that's necessarily going to continue to promote hustle culture to this individual, but rather something that gives them the idea of slowing down or paying attention to being present, smelling the roses, things like that. So a little book of mantras or again, wellness quotes would be very much in line for this particular individual. Another possibility is to give them a subscription to a wellness magazine. There are many health magazines out there, but wellness ones are the ones that we really want to focus on. So again, not something that is going to inspire them to, start training for that 3-minute mile, but rather something that helps them connect with their body in a way that is rejuvenating and also promotes some level of relaxation to counterbalance the activity that they typically spend in just trying to be the amazing star that they are. Okay, you guys, I hope you found this helpful as well as a little bit fun today. I also did another reading for you on the best gift ideas for your coworker, which you can find right here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.